When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced their decision to step down as senior members of the British royal family, the world had only one question. Was Harry still on good terms with his family? Well, fear not, here's the truth about Prince Harry's relationship with his royal grandparents. Although some rumours suggested that Prince Harry had upset members of the royal family with his decision to step back from his duties, his return to the United Kingdom at the end of February 2020 proved otherwise. While in town to carry out his final engagements as a senior royal, the prince spent some time catching up with family members. Most importantly, according to Harper's Bazaar, Harry and Queen Elizabeth herself sat down for a casual lunch as grandmother and grandson. As a source told the publication, not a summit or serious meeting in sight. It doesn't sound like there was much drama during the reunion after all. Town & Country described Harry's time with the Queen as a private affair, and it seems likely that the royal grandmother and grandson duo had some important catching up to do. A source cited by The Sun also claimed, Sunday was the first time the Queen has had a chance to talk to Harry on his own and really find out what his plans are. It was a much more relaxed environment and they were both able to speak their mind. Many were probably hoping for some kind of royal scandal, but it would appear that Prince Harry has just as much love and respect for Queen Elizabeth II as he did before he made his decision.
Oh, really? Please.
Boo.
Queen Elizabeth II has also reportedly made it clear that her grandson is still an important part of the family. A source cited by The Sun in March 2020 alleged that the Queen told Harry, "You are much loved and will always be welcomed back." And the offer also applied to Harry's wife, Meghan Markle, if they ever decide to rejoin the royals. While it seems unlikely that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex would ever return to their senior roles within the royal family, it's nice to know that there are no hard feelings about the couple's headline-grabbing exit. The Sun's source also alleged, the Queen had a lot to talk to Harry about, and this was the ideal time for them to both say their piece. When Harry and Meghan announced they wanted to quit, it all happened very quickly and it was very stressful for all concerned. That, of course, is understandable, but first and foremost, Prince Harry is a member of the Queen's family, so it's likely that she only wants to protect her grandson. If the Queen really did offer to welcome the Sussexes back into the fold, it would seem that most of the scandalous reports about the family are completely untrue. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle made the decision to leave the royal family, that also meant they'd be taking their son, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, with them.
We're just so thrilled to have our own little bundle of joy and to be able to spend some precious times with him as he slowly starts to grow up.
And since the couple moved, it has seemed as though young Archie wouldn't be spending much time with members of the British royal family, including his great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth. And when the Duke and Duchess of Sussex returned to the UK to carry out their final royal engagements in late February 2020, they decided not to bring their little boy with them. According to the Times' royal correspondent, the Queen was apparently hurt that Meghan and Harry didn't bring Archie over from Canada during their recent visit. The publication went on to note, his absence from the country of his birth and his wider family is understood to have left the Queen feeling very sad. Of course, it's understandable that a great-grandmother might be missing her grandson, but it's equally understandable that, due to ongoing world events at the time, the Sussexes may have determined it was best to leave young Archie back home in Canada. In March 2020, the Times' royal correspondent reported that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were set to return once again to the United Kingdom. According to the report, this visit would take place in the summer of 2020 so that Harry, Meghan and Archie could vacation with other members of the royal family. The Times explained, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are believed to have accepted the Queen's invitation to visit her this summer at Balmoral, her Scottish retreat, and are planning to take their son with them. Presumably, both Meghan and Harry have remained on affable terms with the Queen, otherwise they wouldn't be planning to spend an extended period of time with her in a remote location. The Times further noted, they are also expected to spend time with the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall at Birk Hall, Charles's retreat on the Balmoral estate. It's unclear whether these summer plans are set in stone, considering the likelihood that the UK's coronavirus crisis will continue on into the summer. Still, the Times' report seems to suggest that Prince Harry and Meghan are on much better terms with the Prince's family than the world has been led to believe. When Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were back in the UK in early 2020, Queen Elizabeth went one further than an amicable lunch with her grandson. and apparently offered the royal couple a royal olive branch. Around that time, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex accompanied the monarch to a Sunday church service in Windsor, and photos appeared to show the two in good spirits. Meanwhile, a royal source cited by Harper's Bazaar revealed, "The Queen personally invited Harry and Meghan to join her for the service. She has continuously made sure that they feel welcome and loved." Notably, Prince William and Kate Middleton didn't attend the service. However, another insider told People magazine, "It was a really sweet gesture that the Queen asked Harry and Meghan to church." The source continued, "It's telling in the sense that these two are still her family, and as a family, they all love each other." The Duke and Duchess of Sussex carried out several engagements during their final visit to the United Kingdom as senior members of the royal family. One of the most important was at the Commonwealth Day church service held at Westminster Abbey in London. This service is attended annually by members of the royal family. However, in keeping with the couple's decision to step down, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry didn't arrive with Queen Elizabeth, Prince Charles, or even Kate Middleton and Prince William. Instead, they were already seated when the senior members of the royal family arrived. As Forbes reported, the courtiers mandated with fashioning the architecture of the service, and the Queen and Charles, who would have signed off on it, apparently left Harry and Meghan out of the traditional inner family procession into the church behind the Queen. The media outlet went on to explain, Harry and Meghan Markle, as outgoing royals, were seated with other minor royals such as Prince Edward and Sophie of Wessex in advance of the Queen's annual processional arrival, accompanied by Charles, Camilla, William and Kate. As Harry and Meghan literally and visually moved down the royal ranks, it truly seemed to be the end of an era. Judging by several reports, Queen Elizabeth clearly loves and supports her grandson, Prince Harry, in his new endeavours. However, there's one thing she's apparently not prepared to budge on. While the Sussexes had hoped to copyright and keep their brand name as Sussex Royal, the Queen promptly put a stop to it. Per the couple's official website, given the specific UK government rules surrounding use of the word royal, it has been therefore agreed that their non-profit organisation will not utilise the name Sussex Royal or any other iteration of royal. However, it's been speculated that Meghan and Harry probably aren't all that happy with this particular stipulation. While discussing the changes on their official website, the Sussexes made a point of explaining, "There is not any jurisdiction by the monarchy or cabinet office over the use of the word royal overseas." While reports seem to indicate that Queen Elizabeth has remained supportive of Prince Harry and his decision to step down, her husband Prince Philip allegedly isn't quite so happy. According to a source cited by The Sun in January 2020, to say that the Duke feels let down would be a considerable understatement. He is deeply hurt.
The openness about a division between the palace and between Harry and Meghan is breathtaking, absolutely breathtaking.
But that's not all. Apparently, Philip was so upset that he was spitting blood when aides informed him what had happened. The Sun's insider also explained that Philip spends much of his time now confined to his cottage at Sandringham, which suggests that the grandfather might well be devastated about not seeing his beloved grandson as often. It also seems that the Duke of Edinburgh is completely on Team Queen. As the source added, a lot of Philip's anger comes from seeing Her Majesty upset. Philip has reportedly made no secret of the fact that he's unhappy with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. As per The Sun's source, Philip has accused Harry and Meghan of lacking respect, and he is weary of their behaviour. That's gotta hurt. Since Prince Philip is allegedly furious about Prince Harry's decision to step back as a senior royal, he apparently made little effort to see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex during their March 2020 visit to the United Kingdom. Of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's trip to England, royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told The Express, "I strongly doubt that he would have made a special appearance, as he has a strong sense of duty, and he would not have endorsed their wish for independence, and certainly not the way they handled it." Fitzwilliams also claimed, Prince Philip's views may be from a different generation, but since he is 99 in June, it would have been a charming gesture if Harry and Meghan had brought Archie to see him and the Queen, who, after all, is 94 in April. However, according to The Telegraph, the decision to leave Archie behind in Canada came not out of petty spite, as reported in some areas, but out of concern for his health during the threat of a global pandemic. But now that Meghan, Harry and Archie have moved to Los Angeles, it could be quite some time before Philip sees his grandson and great-grandson again. Following their decision to step down from their posts in the royal family, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry closed their Buckingham Palace office and let go of their household staff. In February 2020, a palace source told Harper's Bazaar, "Given their decision to step back, an office at Buckingham Palace is no longer needed." While the details are still being finalised and efforts are being made to redeploy people within the royal household, unfortunately, there will be some redundancies. However, not all of Meghan and Harry's staff left the royal realm altogether, as the couple's former head of communications, Sarah Latham, was subsequently hired by the Queen. The Daily Mail reported that approximately 15 members of staff were due to be made redundant once the Duke and Duchess of Sussex stepped down. But Latham was snapped up by the Queen's private office to advise it on special projects. According to the publication, Latham will be reporting to the monarch's right-hand man, Private Secretary Edward Young. Here's the question: was Latham's hire a dig at Meghan and Harry, or simply a case of hiring good people who are comfortable working with the royal family? By all accounts, it seems to be the latter. Palace life may be rolling on without the Sussexes, but if they do decide to head back to England, it appears as though the Queen would welcome them with open arms. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about the royal family are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.